When it comes to romance, some creatures go for candlelit dinners, some sing soulful tunes, and then there are birds, nature's flamboyant performers who literally dance their way into love. From hopping mannequins to strutting cranes, our avian friends have turned mating into a full-blown talent show. But why do they dance? Are they just showing off? Or is there a deeper evolutionary rhythm behind the moves? Let's take a twirl into the science, spectacle, and sheer silliness of bird courtship dances. What exactly is a bird mating dance? A bird mating dance, also called a courtship display, is exactly what it sounds like. A feathered performance designed to impress. Picture this: a male bird clearing a little stage, puffing up his chest, shaking his tail like it's Friday night, and performing a routine he's been rehearsing all year. His audience? A female who may or may not be impressed, depending on how symmetrical his hops are and how glossy his feathers look under the sun. These dances aren't random movements, they're evolutionary resumes. Each spin, flutter, and bow tells potential mates, "Look at me. I'm healthy, strong, coordinated, and I can survive while doing cardio on branches thinner than spaghetti." Over generations, female birds have learned to equate dance skill with genetic fitness. So, if a male bird's got rhythm, chances are he's also got good genes. In the world of birds, you're either Fred Astaire or forever alone. Why birds break it down? When birds dance, they're not just killing time before nesting season. They're sending messages. The first and most obvious message is, "I'm fit." A bird who can bounce, hop, and twirl energetically without falling off a branch is clearly in top condition. Those graceful movements reveal strength, coordination, and endurance, all vital qualities for surviving in the wild and raising chicks. Another reason for these feathered theatrics is to show off their colorful plumage. Let's be honest, if you've got a magnificent set of feathers, you're going to want to flaunt them. Male birds often evolve flashy colors, long tails, or funky head ornaments, and the dance is the perfect catwalk to display them. It's not just about looking pretty, it's about proving you're so healthy that you can afford to grow feathers you don't even need for survival. There's also a competitive edge. Dancing isn't just for attracting mates, it's for intimidating rivals. When a male performs in front of others, he's basically saying, "Step aside, boys. This stage and these ladies are mine." It's the bird equivalent of flexing in a gym mirror, but with more grace and fewer protein shakes. And then there's the romantic side. In many species, dancing isn't a one-time event. It's part of maintaining a lifelong bond. Pairs of cranes, penguins, and albatrosses perform synchronized routines to strengthen their connection. Think of it as marriage counseling through dance. The rhythm brings them closer, keeps their bond strong, and probably prevents a few mid-migration arguments. Finally, dancing simply helps get noticed. In a noisy forest full of chirping, singing, and flapping, a bird that can move dramatically and make a bit of commotion stands out. The louder and livelier the dance, the more likely it'll catch the eye and heart of a watching female. In short, bird dancing is equal parts exercise, advertisement, and love song, all performed without Spotify or stage lights. The world's best avian dancers. Now, let's talk about the true stars of the bird ballroom. First up, the birds of paradise. These are nature's undisputed dance champions. Found in New Guinea and surrounding islands, these birds are the peacocks of the Pacific, with feathers so extravagant they look photoshopped. Each species has its own choreography. One swings its tail feathers like a pendulum, another turns itself into a black oval with neon blue eyes and hops around like it's doing the moonwalk. Some even have designated dance platforms, cleared areas of forest floor that act as their personal stage. If they had talent agents, they'd be rich. Then there are the mannequins, tiny tropical birds who perform dances so acrobatic they'd put Olympic gymnasts to shame. Some species perform solo, while others team up in perfectly synchronized group routines. Imagine a feathered boy band where everyone can backflip. Females watch carefully, and only the most skilled performer gets to take a bow and win her affection. Over in the wetlands, grebes perform one of the most romantic routines in the animal kingdom. These elegant water birds perform a running on water duet, paddling side by side while rising from the surface, necks curved in perfect harmony. It's so synchronized, it looks like a ballet choreographed by Cupid himself. You can almost hear soft violin music playing as they splash across the lake. Cranes, on the other hand, bring elegance and drama to the dance floor. These tall, stately birds bow, leap, and twirl with astonishing grace. They even toss sticks and tufts of grass into the air mid-routine, as if adding props for flair. What makes cranes extra charming is that they don't just dance during courtship, they keep dancing for life, reaffirming their partnership again and again. Somewhere out there, a pair of cranes is waltzing under the sunrise like it's prom night every morning. Meanwhile, in the tundras and open plains, male grouse gather in communal dance clubs called leks. Dozens of them compete in one giant performance, stamping their feet, inflating bright red neck sacs, and producing comical whooshing sounds. The females sit back and watch from the sidelines, deciding which dancer has the best moves. Usually, only the top performer, the king of the dance floor, wins most of the attention. It's basically dancing with the grouse, and the stakes are high. And let's not forget the penguins. Even though they can't fly, they've perfected the art of charming waddles and heartfelt duets. Emperor and king penguins engage in mutual displays, vocal calls, head bows, and splashing flippers, all while surrounded by thousands of identical tuxedoed neighbors. It's like speed dating in Antarctica, but colder and louder. Lastly, we have the majestic albatrosses, masters of long-distance romance. When they meet their lifelong partners after months apart at sea, they engage in tender, rhythmic dances involving bill tapping, head bobbing, and synchronized calls. These routines can last for hours, and every movement seems to say, "I missed you." For them, dancing isn't just flirting, it's a ritual of loyalty. How did bird dancing evolve? All that fabulous footwork didn't happen overnight. It evolved through sexual selection, nature's way of saying love is a competition. Over time, females started favoring the best dancers because those fancy moves signaled strength, coordination, and good health. The clumsy ones, well, their family trees didn't branch out much. When better dancers got more mates, natural selection sat in the front row cheering. Each generation became flashier, fitter, and more coordinated until dancing became an essential language of love. The forest turned into a never-ending talent show where females judged the best performers, and nature, clearly a fan of good choreography, kept the rhythm going, dancing as a fitness test. What makes dancing such an honest signal of quality is that it's hard to fake. Only the healthiest, strongest, and most coordinated males can keep up the energy for long, elaborate routines. Research backs this up. Dominant mannequins dance more often and more precisely than subordinates. Female bowerbirds choose partners based on dance skill and decoration quality, and even hormone levels can boost a male's dance frequency. In other words, bird dancing is biology's way of saying, if you've got it, flaunt it. It's not just about beauty either, it's about endurance. A bird that can jump, flap, and spin for minutes without keeling over clearly has excellent stamina. That same stamina will come in handy during chick raising season, when food needs to be gathered non-stop. So when a female bird picks a dancing partner, she's not just picking a pretty face, she's picking a reliable co-parent with top-tier fitness. Why female birds rarely dance? You might wonder why the ladies don't usually join the feathered footwork. Simple, they don't have to. Female birds spend huge amounts of energy laying eggs and raising chicks, so they get to be the judges, not the performers. The males, meanwhile, are out there auditioning like contestants on Nature's Got Talent. But in the more romantic bird species, dancing becomes a duet. Cranes, albatrosses, grebes, and penguins groove together not to impress, but to reconnect. Their message isn't, "Pick me," it's, "We still got it, honey." And that's the feathered finale, folks. If you enjoyed this little dive into the fabulous world of avian romance, give that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep your wings spread, your hearts open, and remember, if a bird can dance for love, so can you.